Honda has been around since the dawn of time, and they never cease to amaze when it comes to their econo-box sedans and hatchbacks. But us car guys know that there's one letter that separates Honda's base model grandma sedans from a completely different beast. That letter is R. The Honda Type R line of cars is something that makes American muscle guys confused and us tuner guys happy. And that's because they focus heavily on cornering speed rather than just straight line speed. Over the years, we have gotten plenty of different Type R cars, the most infamous being the DC2 Integra Type R or the EK9 Civic Type R, due to their absolutely insane lap times at the time that they were produced. The Integra Type R was not only the fastest front-wheel drive production car to ever lap a track when it came out, but it also was faster than some supercars at the time. That was insane from a little brand known for making daily drivers, and it just didn't sound right. And Honda didn't just take their win and run with it, they kept improving over and over and over again. The DC5 Type R, or the RSX as we know it in the States, was even faster than the old Integra, and the EP3 Civic Type R was even faster than the EK9 Civic, and they haven't stopped improving since. Last we saw of the Honda Type R badge was called the FK8 Civic Type R, and we were finally able to purchase this one in America. It was also the first time any Type R was powered by a turbocharged engine, helping it reach 300 horsepower and landing its spot as the fastest front-wheel drive production car in the world once again, and it still sits in the top 100 cars to ever lap the Nürburgring. But Honda, being Honda, did not want to stop. They wanted to make it even better, and just a couple days ago, they did it again. They blessed the world with yet another Type R car, the 11th generation Honda Civic Type R. So I would absolutely be lying if I told you that I know everything about this car already and I can give you a full perfect review on the car and how it's going to perform. We just unfortunately do not know enough details yet, but using history and what they have already told us, we can make very close rough estimates or speculate on this car. The first thing that you're going to notice when looking at the new car will be obviously the looks of the car. It is much less over the top and quote unquote race car styled than the previous FK8 Type R, and that makes sense. Most people made fun of Honda when the last generation came out, saying that it was riced out from the factory due to Honda deciding to use fake vents and very aggressive aero and incredibly large splitters and stuff on all over the car. So to go back to the roots of the Type R, which was meant to just look like the base model with a bit more pep in its step, Honda cut back on all the insane lines, and guess what, haters? The freaking vents are real now. If the vents actually serve a purpose, who knows, but they are there. Next would be the huge one, the powertrain of this car. People want to know if it will actually be making more power or if it just looks a little bit different. But unfortunately, we just don't quite know by now. The things we do know, however, are enough to make an accurate guess on the performance aspect of the car, and in my opinion, it's looking pretty good. So they're going to be using the quote-unquote same engine and chassis, but they have already said that they're going to be touching up on the platform from the last generation. What that means, you may ask? Well, most likely they're going to do the typical thing that car makers do when making a new generation of sports car. They take the same engine from the old model and they polish off all the mistakes while simultaneously upping the power output and the power potential. That same engine in question is a 2-liter turbocharged inline-4 that was in the FK8 Civic Type R and managed to make 306 horsepower and 295 foot-pounds of torque. It's safe to say, with the revisions that Honda's doing to the motor, those numbers will probably be pushed up to at least 330 horsepower and probably 310 foot-pounds of torque, but don't be surprised if it's even more than that. Another amazing thing about the Type R models is that they are all only available with a manual transmission, because Honda knows the exact kind of people who will be buying these cars, and this new generation is going to be no different. Honda has already said the car will only be available with a manual transmission. So I just have to say thank you for that, Honda. It shows that you care about us car people and not just about going as fast as possible, and it really goes a long way. But obviously performance doesn't just lie in the powertrain, but also the drivetrain as well, and it's good news to hear that Honda will be continuing to use their dual axis front suspension. That's a mouthful, which, in case you don't know, it did an amazing job dealing with torque steer in the last generation of Civic Type R. Torque steer, in case you don't know, is a huge problem in front wheel drive cars that occur quite frequently. So that's pretty much the whole shebang on what we know performance wise for the car right now, and to me it's looking pretty good. Honda only continues to improve every generation, and the 11th generation looks like it's going to be no exception. On top of the performance being a lot better, they also have made the interior more comfortable, more roomy, and very much more sporty looking. It's got like red interior all around and carbon fiber pieces here and there. And even though they do have a very race car oriented interior, it also has freaking count them, two cup holders, man, so you don't got to worry about holding your Baja Blast when banging gears in your turbo Civic Type R.
Hey! Shit! Hey! 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 Flexing!
Now, unfortunately, we do still have to wait for quite some time for the actual release of the car and to see where it does end up going, but luckily it's not that long. It's expected to release late 2022, early 2023, and the pricing also seems to be very fair in a time like this where the markup for new cars is absolutely insane. Think about how a Tesla Model X is supposed to sell for like $70,000, $80,000, but they're selling for like $120,000 right now. Well, the new Honda Civic Type R is expected to be right under $40,000 or right over $40,000 for the base model Type R, but don't expect it to be exactly that much when you walk into a dealership, because the dealerships are the ones that are actually marking up the prices on these cars. So, Honda has done it again, and yes, we do need to wait a little bit to be 100% sure that this car is everything Honda is hyping it up to be, but I think due to context clues and just the history of the Honda Type R line in of itself, it's safe to say that this thing is going to keep its crown as the fastest front-wheel drive production car to ever be built, and it's going to do that with a manual transmission. Right now, they already have the FK8 Civic Type R as number one to lap the Nürburgring, but sadly that car is about to be dethroned by its own little brother, the 11th gen Civic Type R. So guys, big outro for today because I want to talk about a lot of things really quickly, but that is the end of the video. If you came here just to learn about the 11th gen Type R, that is the end of today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. This is a new style of video that we got going on this channel, where we just talk about one certain car. I'm super excited to do this. I think it'll be a good idea. A bunch of car makers are making a bunch of cool cars right now, so I want to talk about them, and yeah, we'll go over them from there. But today was obviously the 11th gen Civic Type R. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, thank you. And for everybody that's leaving now, das vidanya, have a nice night. But for everybody that wants to stay around and just listen to me talk for a minute, let's talk. So this is going to be a new part of the channel, I think. It's kind of like a good, bad, and ugly, but kind of completely different. It's going to be touching up on newer cars and what they're going to come with, and just keeping you guys up to date on them and stuff like that. I saw that this car came out, and I really wanted to make a video on it because I'm super passionate about Honda's Civic line. A bunch of people always ask me, why do you like Civics? Why do you like Civics? I don't know. I just like them. They're cheap little economy cars that turned into something greater, and that's awesome to me. Also, they're obviously meant for enthusiasts. They only come with a manual transmission. They're obviously meant to be a car guy's car, and they do that over and over again. They're also the best front-wheel drive cars in the world that you can buy and drive on the street legally, and that's awesome to me. So I kind of want to do more videos similar to this. Hyundai's coming out with this insane looking little like race car thing, and I'm going to make a video on that. My phone is ringing, so 1 second. Yeah, pretty much I am going to be doing these more often and doing it with different cars that are coming out, new generations of cars that I'm passionate about, because there's a lot of sports cars that come out that people just do not talk about, and so I want to talk about more and more of them, and get you guys up to date on them. Like, yeah, the Type R is probably going to be covered by a lot of people, but either way, I wanted to cover it and talk to you guys about it and give you guys the best news. Now, I want to say really quickly, this does not mean that it's going to affect the channel at all in any way in terms of the other videos. All I'm going to do is start uploading on Saturdays now as well, so it's just going to give us an extra day with one more video. I didn't want it to like kind of impede on any of the other video ideas that we got going on, the good, bad, and uglies, the top 10s, the, you know, all the other amazing content that we do here on the Mark Roden channel. But so I decided I would do just a whole nother day dedicated to this series, and I don't even know what I'm going to call the series yet. I'll probably try and come up with some sort of name, but yeah, it's going to be fun, I hope. Let me know any like new cars that are coming out that you guys would like me to to talk up on and tell you everything about it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, so everybody that came here and stayed until the end, now you guys are done too. So thank you guys for staying until the very end. Das Vidania. Have a nice night.